Everybody want to become a successful overnight. Everybody want to rush gain his own goals, his destination, his own targets within a very less time. And everybody is looking to gain powers, to gain wealth, to become a billionaire. Everybody is looking for such a shortcut. But it requires sacrifice, it requires passion, it requires determination, it requires the persistence, it requires a hard work. So these things are very harder to do. And if you are serious to get your own goals, to become a successful, to reach to your destination, you need to compromise with these things. You have to adopt these good qualities in you. Ladies and gentlemen, the young man of our society is a very talented. They have high dreams. They have a very big dreams in their eyes. They have a potential to become a successful, and they have a potential to be the successful people. But it requires few things. Ladies and gentlemen, before moving ahead towards my topic, I would like to request you to subscribe my YouTube channel, press bell icon, and if you found that my videos, my uploads are really good, it's a really helpful for our society, you are requested to spread it in your friends, in your family members, in your town, so that maximum number of people can avail my video. Ladies and gentlemen, I had calculated a few things that are hurdles, these things are big mistakes, these are deadly mistakes done by our young of our society. They are doing these mistakes and consequently they are very far away from the success. I will bring you towards these things one by one. First thing is love. I'm not against the love. The love is a very beautiful thing, but the young man of our society used to think that this love is everything for them. They believe on this thing that if they find their love, they can become a successful, they can live their life happily, they can live their life peacefully, they can live their contented life. But ladies and gentlemen, I would like to highlight about a few things. I would like to highlight about those things that are very nearer to the reality. The flames of starvation, the flame of hunger, they are more stronger than the flame of love. It's a responsibility in actual meaning. It's a responsibility. You have to take this responsibility. And in order to take this responsibility, in order to meet this responsibility, you should have a plenty of money with you. Your love partner also requires a few basic things, few basic needs of his life. These things are mandatory. Without these things, you can never live a good life. And with these things, you can never compromise. If you say this thing that you found your love, you had your love, but you have nothing to eat, you have nothing to feed your partner. Imagine very soon a clash is going to be happen between you and between your partner. This is the reason. That's why parents used to select the appropriate person for their kids. The families used to select those families that are equal in their status. The families prefer to establish a relation of their kids with those persons who are responsible enough, who can take the responsibility. So if you are in shortage of this grocery, what you will do of this love? You can never go to a store and you can never ask him that I had a love, I found my love, but I have no money. Can you give me grocery? The storeman will never accept these excuses. Your love will not work if you don't have a money to send your kids, to send your children to their schools. For health requirement, you also are in need of money. Ladies and gentlemen, even if your wife get pregnant, your partner become pregnant. For pregnancy, you also need a big money. Now, moving to next step, I would like to highlight about my personal views about the love. Love was that bond for which this universe was created. Love was a relation between the Allah and the Holy Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Love was patience of Jesus Christ. Love is nature. Love is a spring blossom. Love is a waterfall. Apart from these things, love is nothing. So trust me, for your love, you should not waste your time. You should not put your all, your life. Your love will fix the issues of your life, and your life will become a very happy with your love partner. The second deadly mistake that the young man of our society, they believe on this, that they should care about today. They should think about today. They should not care about tomorrow. It means that if they are having a money, they are spending that money today. They are not sparing that money for tomorrow. See, nobody know about the bad times. Nobody really know what will happen in the next second. So to meet such a difficult situation, you should spare a handsome amount. I'd like to quote a few examples. I'm something more than motivational speaker. I'm a storyteller, so I used to correlate the stories with my motivational quotes. The first thing is, you had heard about the umbrella. You don't know about the bad weather. So you should buy umbrella before it starts raining. Because at the time when the raining will start, if you move to purchase umbrella at that time, definitely you will become wet with the rain. The second example is that is a very ancient story. Once upon a time, squirrel was collecting the nuts and was saving it, was storing these nuts. And there was a crow who also took few nuts, and that crow was observing that squirrel, and he laughed at the squirrel that why you are collecting this, why you are saving this food. I'm enjoying my today, I'm eating my food today. And the same crow was found on the day of rain. It was raining heavily, and the crow was sitting on the bench of that tree. The squirrel was using his food, whatever the squirrel has stored earlier. So, ladies and gentlemen, the saving money is quite similar. That if you are thirsty, you should have a well with you. You need not to dig a well when you feel thirst. You should dig that well advancedly to quench your thirst. Otherwise, if you start digging the well at the time when you feel thirsty, you will definitely die. Recently, we undergone through this pandemic, this COVID. The people who saved money, who already have a saving with them, it was really good time for them to use that money, and definitely they had spent that time very easily, very happily, because they were having saving with them. And the people who were not having a bank balance, who has not saved the money with them, who was earning their money for each day, and they were spending that money, that was really hard time. That was a really hard era of the history for such a people. I used to suggest my followers that there are very better plans for the saving. You need to do two things. These things are mandatory. First, buy insurance. That is a term insurance. Second, you should purchase health insurance. If unluckily you fell on a bed, you become sick, your all saving will be consumed on your health. So nothing will remain with you. You are not having a health insurance. I used to suggest my followers that you should have to purchase a term insurance that will be helpful in the case of any incident or accident in your life. That will become a good relief for your family. The third and important deadly mistake that our society is doing, that is drug addiction. We need to learn the word to say no to drugs. Whenever you are sitting in your friend, whenever you are sitting in such a company where any drugs addicted is there, if you got a such offer, you should straightly say no. You have to listen them, and your answer should be quite opposite to them. If they say just try once, or if they give you a challenge to try, you should say no, because your life is not only concerned with you, your life is concerned with your family as well. You have the responsibility of your family, you have the responsibility of your parents, you have the responsibility of your kids. So you need not to forget this thing. Once you fell in this bad addiction, there will be no way of U-turn. Your life will be spoiled. Fourth thing, the young man of our society is just doing copy paste. There are no blend of new ideas, there are no innovation. So whatever we are observing from your environment, we are doing the same. We have no research. I'd like to quote about a few examples. See, the taxi service, the cab service was already there and it was running very well. But see the mind who think about to introduce the Uber, how it did change the cab service field, how it did change, and how much assets now they have. Even they are not having a single car. So that was a new innovation. Your ideas should be something unique, that should be something different. Recently, Elon Musk, he was working on this plan from last few years. He will introduce missile that will go into space and will come back, and he will reuse that missile. That was a revolution in the history of NASA, in the history of space, that they got back this missile and now they will reuse it. At the time when this idea came in his mind, the scientists and few other researchers, they said that this is not a feasible. There were many obstacles on the way. There were many negative obstacles, but he has a determination. So his determination leads towards the successful invention. So these are a few things that the young man of our society, these mistakes are really deadly mistakes. These mistakes are leading towards the failure of our young man. If you realistic person, then you need to adopt these things. And I'm pretty sure that if you follow on these few tips, if you stop making such a foolish mistakes, you will, that time is not a far away when you will get your goals. You will become a successful, then the powers, your desired powers will be in your hand. That's it. Jazakallah.